Hello and welcome to another Just Flying episode. Yeah, back to the Just Flying kind of format again for a few videos. As the last two they were more showcase style things for new airports. Yeah, firstly there was NZTI, which is this place in case you hadn't realised, and the new fantasy one I made at Dunback, which is actually going to be our destination today for this flight. So I made Dunback specifically to have a number of short legs from here northwards, eventually reaching Christchurch. So over the next few Just Flying episodes, we'll do just that. Yeah, start here at Tahiti, go to Dunback. Next video we'll go on to Oamaru, then Timaru, Ashburton, and then one of the Christchurch airfields. Haven't made up my mind which one yet. Might be NZCH, might go a bit further and land at Rangiora, or I might surprise everybody, including myself, and land at one of the others in the local area, as there are a few to choose from, aren't there? So, yeah, we'll see when we get there. Right, 6 knots of wind, and looking at the windsock I should probably use runway 29 instead of this one, but yeah, near enough. Sure we'll be fine. Yeah, we're flying. Yeah, just in case you are new here or missed it a couple of videos ago about this NZTI Tahiti airport, it's a really good scenery and well worth getting a copy of. That video, it told you about the 2 versions of the scenery. This is my tweaked extra stuff version, and there's also the original one by Robin Corn as well, and the video told you all about them, where to get them from, so do have a look if you haven't yet. Yeah, do like this place. Anyway, having a nice few days. Just before starting this flight, I have eaten a biscuit. But not just any biscuit, oh no. Yeah, I had an email from my mate Vincent a couple of weeks ago who said, "It's about time I sent you some more Arnott's, isn't it?" And all the way from New Zealand, I am now in possession of a few packets of my favourite ever Arnott's mint slice biscuits. God damn it, they're lovely. Trying to purposely ration them at the moment if I can, because I could have easily eaten the whole lot for my dinner the day they arrived, so yeah, trying to stretch them out so might last a bit longer. Yeah, forget Patreon and super chats and stuff that other channels want from you. Packet of Arnott's mint slices doesn't get any better than that. Yeah, so cheers Vincent, you are definitely a superhero, sir. Thoroughly enjoying that little treat. Not quite so much fun though is my own country at the moment, and all the shit we've been having recently with riots and new laws and all sorts of crap going on here. I suppose I could have a proper good rant about all of that, but thinking about it I'll leave that one. I know I do have some British viewers, but most of you are not from here, so I won't bore you with all of that. So I'm just thinking if it was the other way around, I'd probably not want to listen to a 15-minute monologue about the political situation in Portugal, for instance. And I've actually been to Portugal a few times. Yeah, I enjoyed it there, it's nice. Well, that's something worth a mention though. Always happy to have suggestions or challenges, which are usually from Andy's comments to these videos, and recently the SR-71 Blackbird was mentioned, but unfortunately I can't use one of those. Now, probably about 18 months ago, maybe a bit longer, my computer was getting a bit full up as far as disk space goes, which is totally down to flight sim stuff and nothing to do with an overly large pornography collection. Not that at all. Flight sims, definitely flight sims. But anyway, I've got a nice big 6 terabyte external storage thing, so I moved all of my X-Plane stuff onto there. And moving it from a internal solid state drive to that, it does now take a bit longer to load a flight, but once it's all up and running, totally fine, don't notice any difference at all, so that's good. Or I didn't notice any difference in my usual flights, whether that's GA things or even faster planes like the Embraer you've seen me fly, the 707, things like that. Yeah, but now to be fair, this was only one flight in Japan, and maybe my NZ ortho or the American ortho that might perform better, I don't know. But for something different, I thought I'd do a video and take the F-14 Tomcat for a flight in Japan. And being a military aircraft, it's very fast. And I found I could outrun the loading speed of the ortho. Yeah, don't know if you've ever noticed this, but ortho tiles load in the distance at a very low resolution, and then as you get closer they reload again to the actual sharpness of what the ortho picture really is. And having the longer load times now since the move to this external device, I suddenly noticed I was flying over very blurred ground textures. So it seems there is a speed limit for me now. I'm not exactly sure what that limit is in numbers, but the Tomcat at full throttle over Osaka, that's too much. The even faster SR-71, well, I haven't got one to fly anyway, but even if I did, then it seems like it wouldn't be usable. Less populated areas than Osaka might help with load times, I suppose, but you know, in general I think I can probably only do subsonic flight. Well, not that that's a problem, as I don't fly stuff that makes a sonic boom anyway, unless I'm doing something stupid, so yeah, not going to worry me, but yeah, it seems I have found a limitation. Kind of my own fault though, as I do run things right at the edge as far as performance goes for X-Plane and the capabilities of my PC. Yeah, next year maybe might get myself a new one. Although I had a weird one on the computer yesterday though, well, sort of computer. I've got a Facebook account, don't use it, but I do have a look occasionally. And on there, like many other social media or email, you get adverts. And sometimes those are dating sites or the hot women near you and all that kind of rubbish. But I think I've now had the most specific one ever. Yeah, click to meet divorced Muslim women from Russia. Yeah, not single Muslims or divorced Hindus. No, this is only for Muslims who have now been divorced from their husband and also happen to live in the country of Russia. Yeah, so I'm wondering if this overly specific thing is now going to become a trend. And I'll let you know next week if I get an advert for medium height Malaysian women who own 2 cats and rate themselves at 7 out of 10 for making bacon sandwiches. Or meet Croatian singles who used to have a pair of snowshoes but lost one of them during a bizarre incident while redecorating the bathroom, but they do have a friend in another country who works at Arnott's and regularly sends them mint sliced biscuits. Okay, in that case, yeah, maybe I would actually consider moving to Croatia. Yeah, if she's got loads of Arnott's mint slices, I'm sure I could buy a new pair of snowshoes. I'd consider that a good trade. Yeah, never been to Croatia, but yeah, I'm sure I could get used to it. Well, actually, if I had dual nationality, the chance to get a passport for Croatia, or literally any other country in the world right now, I would give it very serious consideration to get away from this fucking freak show in the UK that we've got. But, no, that's part of the rant I wasn't going to have, isn't it? So shut up, Daz. Yeah, getting closer to Dunback, which I did look up on Wikipedia just to see if it was famous for anything in particular. No, not really by the look of things. But it did say that Dunback was formerly known as, I'm likely to pronounce this totally wrong, Wahimo? Well, let's go with Wahimo, if somebody can correct me. Yeah, but then the Wikipedia page says, quote, "The New Zealand Ministry for Culture and Heritage gives the translation for Wahimo as the finished stream." The finished stream? As opposed to what? You can't have an unfinished stream, can you? And we've already got names for unfinished streams. They're called ponds or lakes. Yeah, that doesn't seem to make any sense at all unless something fairly important has got very lost in the translation of that bit of Maori. Never mind. So let's see how we go today with our landing at the finished stream. Not exactly perfect in the preview video we did for it, but we'll try and beat that by actually getting to a full stop on the runway this time. Although we're going straight in from here, so we don't have the option to pull off into a parking area at high speed. If this landing is long, we're going through the fence. And as we're coming in over the houses too, this is certainly the harder of the two approaches, but fingers crossed. Yeah, with a few test flights while I was making this one, it can be done in a Baron, but we do need to get down and onto the brakes as soon as possible, really. So it's one of those which probably isn't going to be a really smooth landing. It needs to be, let's say, functional rather than pretty. That might be the best way to describe a good one here. If we do survive, I think there's a small shop where you can have a 7 out of 10 bacon sandwich cooked by a medium-height Malaysian woman. Actually, the last bacon sandwich I cooked, I've forgotten, left the bacon in the oven a little bit too long. Still edible, but probably only a 5 out of 10 sandwich really for that one. So yeah, 7 out of 10, that's fine. That will be an improvement. Okay. Try and skim some rooftops without taking off any roof tiles, hopefully. That's good. Get down. Solid, I think we'll call that one. But we've stopped. Aeroplane and fence both still intact and in working order. Didn't hit anything on approach, did we? Certainly a firm one, but at worst there have been harder landings than that one. Yes, a welcome to Dunback with more seasonal trees than in the preview video, which I bet you didn't notice. Yeah, when I make scenery I set the date to summer so the vegetation is big, bushy and green, and then it's easier to see and work with. and left it that way for the preview video. But for general flying like today, I moved the date to something more realistic again, so we now have the browner trees with less leaves on them. As X-Plane can do seasonal effects now, which is nice. Yes, so there we go then. First of our short flights up the coast until we get to Christchurch. See you again for the next one.